set. So I heard a Ness, and that is not what I'm seeing. I'm not.
Which one of them was it? Okay. What are they doing right now? Never trust the lock-in, man. Until the game starts, until the 3-2-1 starts, and even then, until they start racking up damage on each other, you can't trust anything that these guys are doing up there.
Absolutely not.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You see Robin, you see Marth. That's not going to happen.
You know, and speaking of Komorikiri and Zinoto, these are two players on the PGR currently. Komorikiri being number 12 and Zinoto being number 16. So, you know, player-wise, they're really not that far apart in their experience.
Right, yeah.
So we're going to be seeing I predict that this match is going to be very even.
I hope so. I think it's going to be a good show. I think we're definitely going to see a Game 3. I mean, maybe not. You never know. As we talked about earlier, all the variables in Smash 4, you never know what's going to happen, especially when you get two players who are so proficient with their characters. We're going to get into Game 1 right now. Smashville, you know what it is. Going to get started right away.
And here we are, Zinoto versus Komorikiri on Smashville Game 1. And we have both of these players we're starting to space each other out, but Komorikiri immediately seeing that opportunity to rack up as much percent as he possibly can.
I like the Marth pick actually from Como. Looking strong so far, 39% unanswered from Zinoto. Are they? Okay, there goes the banana. I was wondering why it took so long to pull a banana, but Como showing that he was ready to punish it. He pulled the trigger immediately. Great reaction from Como to get a little more damage on this Diddy Kong.
Yeah, Komo's micro-spacing already is showing to be immensely scary, and with a character like Marth, he's going to be able to extend so much advantage whenever he sees Zinoto trying to pull up banana.
Exactly, and Zinoto, you know, he's like kind of a master of matchups. He studies them a lot. You can see it in his cram school videos. If you're ever struggling in a matchup, he's done a lot of the characters, a lot of the common top tier characters, and this guy has a lot of knowledge. He's an evil genius for sure. Okay, right now, trying to use the Diddy Kong ledge pressure, trying to keep Como in a bad situation, but Como answering with a dancing blade, doesn't get the good hits of it. Zinoto bouncing out of that one, but not the second one. Como looking good at this first stock, Vicky.
Absolutely, and he was doing a fantastic job at catching Zinoto in the air, you know, kind of catching his jump, so he's going to have to be careful in doing that. We do know that Diddy Kong excels immensely whenever he uses fair as a pressure tool, especially by the ledge, but Como's really not being faced by this whatsoever.
Yep, again, looking for the Dancing Blade. It's just a tried and true Marth option. It's just such a good tool in neutral. It kills, it racks up damage really quick. The different variations are just so good, and it's such a versatile tool that he can use.
Absolutely, so we're seeing Zinoto pressure Como to the sledge. How is he going to be able to make it back? Fantastic spot dodge, avoiding that grab. That would have been a fantastic grab for Como, though, so that way he can regain his footing back onto the stage.
Nice little back air from Zinoto, pushing Como off the stage. These two guys are fighting center stage now, and the first stock is going to be an enormous one in this set. And taking game one, you get the counter pick advantage. Both these players are recognizing that now, trying to get it.
I really like this patience, and actually, this is why we're not seeing Zinoto pull out any sort of banana. Wow, fantastic tech, making it back onto the stage safely, and Como taking the first stock.
Yeah, that's really big. Just swatting away Zinoto. Great spacing with that fair to take the first stock. But Zinoto, he goes immediately for the banana pluck, and now he has it. And that's been a huge thing in this match, is that Zinoto hasn't looked super comfortable pulling the banana, but he is going to get that one. Awkward hits on the up smash, but it did the job. Got the last hit, and there was enough percentage on Como to take that stock too. Como taking a little bit of breath in the Angel platform, waiting to come down and figure out his next move. Zinoto, banana in hand, ready to fight this Marth.
Yeah, I really like the fact that the one time he was able to pull up banana, taking advantage of the invincibility from coming down the heaven platform, he immediately capitalized off of it, taking a stop.
Exactly. Both these players kind of slowing down the play a little bit more, and there you see the Dancing Blade again. You're going to see it a lot in this matchup. Like the way that Como is just keeping Zinoto at bay. He's not letting him pull bananas. He's not letting him just get in and do his Diddy Kong stuff, you know, getting nice grabs and spacing out with the fair. Right now, Zinoto kind of making me eat my words. He is figuring out a way into Como, and it's 55% already racking up with Marth and counting.
Como making it back onto the stage. Unfortunately, Zinoto was not going to be able to ledge pressure him that well there. I love, though, how he was able to pluck out banana when he sees the opportunity whenever Como gets off stage, or whenever he pressures Como off stage. He kind of has it rolling distance at the ready for him, so that's why he's covering neutral get up or get up jump.
Yeah, and Zinoto's just doing a good job mixing up when he plucks his banana or not, but Como's had a couple different ways of getting rid of the banana. He's swatting it away with forward air, he's grabbing it and chucking it away. Como's just doing a good job controlling the banana play. Como trying to make his way back on the stage. Zinoto in a good position to take this game 1. Banana, though, just kind of retreated on that platform, so Zinoto's in an interesting situation. Waits and gets the up air. Good stuff from Zinoto. Not powerful enough, though, to close out this game quite yet. Down tilt reaching all the way.
That was out of an empty hop. He emptied up in place, baiting Como to approach, and he emptied hop into down tilt into a conversion that ended up winning him the game.
That was an amazing call out by Zinoto. That was just a really good set. Really back and forth action. I like seeing, as always with Diddy Kong, the match is centered around that banana. If you're playing against him, you want to prevent him from pulling it out. And if you are him, you want to create some space, pull out the banana, and use it to your advantage. And let's see what happens. They're going to be going back to Smashville. And I liked it because Como was able to keep his space tight on Zinoto and keep his banana pulls minimum and punish him for pulling them out. And we're seeing right here, Como off to a great start again, 34% on Zinoto.
Yeah, a very defensive play that I'm seeing from Zinoto already too, and Como is just playing so aggressively as a player, running away with basically already 30 seconds into the second game.
Oh, that is a quick death. That was so quick. That was so quick. Are you serious? That is why you pick Smashville as Marth. The tipper forward smash right at the ledge. We'll be seeing you. Zinoto losing his stock, not dealing any damage as Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong, he does so much damage. He's so good at it.
I mean, I was saying how it was fantastic, how he was playing very patient. You know, the first game, it looked very similar to this, but when you try to monkey flip as a recovery option back onto the stage, you're leaving yourself so vulnerable against characters like Marth that capitalize so well off of a tipper.
And Zinoto actually working on his own 0 to death, having a lot of good offense, pushing Como onto the Smashville platform in a bad situation. Zinoto controlling the stage with the banana. Nice little combo, banana chuck into forward air. Okay, opts to leave it dead center stage. Let's see. Just walking slowly now. I like how it's not phasing Zinoto. You can tell he's just playing nice and calm and patient. Things like that can happen against Marth. You can lose stocks very early just because of the tipper factor.
Absolutely, but we were talking about mentality earlier, and that is something that Zinoto's holding onto right now, and he almost got it.
Imagine.
Could you imagine if he got another one? How Diddy Kong players really love to use monkey flip as a recovery option. Like, it's very good to mix it up whenever you're trying to make it back onto the stage, but against characters like Marth, it's just, you have to understand your risk reward in that situation.
Definitely. I like the offense from Zinoto a lot, especially how he's using the Nair to start a combo right there, and then he gets another down tilt into up smash. We'll see from him many, many times throughout his career in this game. Nice try with the monkey flip, reaching, trying to get a command grab on Como and end of stock, and he is going to get another nice little conversion. Classic, down tilt into up smash.
So although Zinoto was 0 to death earlier in the game, honestly, he only took 50% before he was able to close out that first stock from Como. Anything is possible at this very moment. He could definitely bring this back.
Absolutely, and I mean, it just kind of woke up Zinoto a little bit. I mean, if a tipper to the face doesn't wake you up, I don't think anything really will. But Zinoto, he's awake now. You can see he's alive because he is playing very differently. He's playing very patiently and slow, but Como answering right back with the adjustments on his own. Players, Zinoto trying to land now, trying to make his way back to the stage. He does, but Como with a great reaction runs up and grabs, throws the Diddy back off stage, exactly where he wants him. He's going to get a tipper, forward tilt, taking Zinoto's second stock and the game.
Absolutely, and to make note that these are two players that have gone 1-1 in a set count, actually. One at Frostbite and the other at Midwest Mayhem Saga.
And the game count is actually very close too, 4-5 throughout their entire history. Zinoto with the 4, Como with the 5. It's like Como's going to be calling a little bit of timeout. Definitely don't blame him for that one. It's a 2 out of 3. So the next game, this is the rubber game right now.
Okay, so this is going to determine everything that is the end result to these two. So, I mean, what do you think Zinoto could do a little bit differently? I mean, I saw he was bringing it back that second game. You know, he didn't let that 0 to death phase him. He, you know, stayed calm. He stayed, you know, centered stage, understood that, you know, stage control at that very instant was very important. And I felt like he was able to bring it back, but unfortunately, 50% was just too large of a window for Como to, you know, capitalize off of it and be able to close out that second game.
Well, we've seen it a lot with these high-level players that there's play, there's counterplay, counterplay to the counterplay, counter, it just keeps going. It's an endless vortex of countering each other and figuring each other out. And I think Zinoto, you're right, he did such a good job keeping his head on his shoulders, he didn't get shaken up at all when he got tippered like that, because things like that, you got to understand, when you fight Marth, things like that can happen. And you're Diddy Kong, you can control the match, everything, you know, it could go your way and not. And Zinoto, like you said, did a great job bringing that one back. I think that's about as good of a fight, aside from coming back and winning it all the way. Zinoto just showed how he can mix up his play style, and then Como answered again. So the ball is kind of in Zinoto's court, I'd say, to figure out how exactly to play back against Como. See both these players locking in their headsets. Figuring out where we're going to go for the counter pick.
All right. So Como, I'm not too sure if Zinoto was looking over some notes, but I know Como getting that advice from MKLeo as it seems, and we're going to Town and City.
I like this a lot for Diddy Kong because he is going to have a bigger space. He's going to be able to safely pull out the bananas a little bit more, as we're seeing immediately Zinoto going for it. And also, I mean, Diddy Kong, it's kind of a scary counter pick because we saw Como take a stock so early in game 2, and that is also in play on Town and City. So we're going to see how Zinoto plays against it. I think we're going to see a lot more of second stock of game 2 Zinoto than we did first stock of game 2 Zinoto, hopefully.
Okay, near into Dancing Blade.
Como trying to make his way back on stage. I like the banana play from him too. That's always a good option with items if you're fighting against characters with them. If you just take them away from them, they feel uncomfortable. It works for Diddy Kong. It works against Rob too. You can take their items away from them and chuck them straight into the air and then fight them, you know, evenly when they don't have an item in their hands.
You know, you mentioned that Diddy Kong does a fantastic job at basically taking control of the match and the pace of the match, but at the same time, I feel like Como as a player is just doing such a fantastic job at controlling the air around him, which is why this microspacing that we've been seeing for the last few games have been excellent.
Yeah, Como setting up the no-fly zone, basically just shutting down Zinoto's aerial approaches. Nice hesitation on the forward air, though, from Zinoto. Cashes in a little bit of percentage and gets Como off the side exactly where Zinoto wants him. But actually, Zinoto left his banana dead center stage and couldn't really trap him, and Como recognized that situation and made it out. Como actually, I like the grab armor he used and getting another Dancing Blade. Really good methodical play from Como, staying into this game 2. Or game 3, excuse me.
Look at that, Peanut almost sniping Como, and he was not going to get punished for missing that ledge right there because Zinoto was in the animation of just being patient, as you see right here, and he's obviously has no problem standing on the other side of the stage and just kind of walling him out with Peanuts.
Yeah, Zinoto has a clear-cut game plan right now. Oh, looking for the shield breaker. I think that's the first one we've seen this set too, and I like that from Marth. Keeping that trap card in their pocket the entire time and activating it exactly when they need it. Como, unfortunately, was facing the wrong way, but it was a really good idea. We're going to see the Dancing Blade. That move is a lot scary on the stage, too. It pushes you right towards the blast zone. Zinoto in a bad spot, and Zinoto's going to make it back. Yes, he is. Yes, and Como is going to be losing his first stock. Oh, my goodness.
He couldn't make it back from that. That was actually kind of crazy. Was not expecting that. I know he was trying to go for the stage fight right there against Zinoto, taking matches with the uppie. As we saw earlier, Anti was doing something very similar to that. But it doesn't matter. The forward tilt, it's a forward smash. Oh my goodness.
Great conversion from Como, getting the tipper and using Town and City, the close blast zones, even from the other side of the stage. It's going to take the stock. That's a great response. That's exactly what you want to have to a bad situation like Como put himself in.
Yeah, especially when he lost the stock first, he was able to try to even it out, although this is the same deficit that we saw last game, except Zinoto was in Como's place.
Exactly. Now we're seeing Zinoto rinse and repeat, man. This is Diddy Kong's stage when he has the banana on it big time. Como trying to fight his way down, using the platforms, maneuvering around them, doing a good job, not getting caught by Zinoto. Sometimes that's what you have to do, is just avoid the other player for long enough when they're in the advantage and then force their hand and punish them. And I like the way that Como is slowing the game down himself, trying to run up and pluck the banana. It's a perfect job. Oh, nice.
He tries to get the follow-up with the banana, and you know, that was great awareness, noticing where the banana was going to land, so that way immediately when he saw Zinoto try to pluck out that banana, he caught it instead and used it to his advantage.
Exactly. Zinoto has some good shield work going on right now, but we saw Como not afraid to throw out the shield breaker too, and that could be what wins the set right now. There's a lot of different options on the table for both players to close this one out, and it's going to be interesting to see which one does it. Zinoto doing a good job, again, just controlling the stage. Both these players playing so patiently. They don't want to be sent down into that loser's bracket because it is full of killers. Okay, down tilt, up smash, not even on Town and City, not quite enough yet, not enough rage on Diddy, and not enough percentage on the Marth.
And the scary part is...
Oh, he runs up and up smashes. He just does it.
Right up and did it.
Yeah, that was an amazing call out. Like you said, he had a couple amazing call outs throughout that game 3, but that was the best one because it closed out the set for him. He caught Como in his movement in the air, reached up with the up air. We'll be seeing you. Send him right off the top.